Hello and welcome to another IT Portal training video. In this video, we're going to cover the main contacts of a company. These at one point were hard-coded, but now you can actually customize these, and I'll show you that in a minute. First, let me explain what they actually do generally. So for most MSPs, you'll have one person, the engineer, who knows everything about that customer. They may work most of the tickets, so we define that as the engineer. You have your team. So if you are a large MSP, you may have different pods of engineers around the country. And in this way you can define which pod actually manages that or works on that company. We have managers as well. So generally in an MSP, there's one person designated as the account manager, and that's what this is. And then we have contact, right? So who is the person that we're going to contact at this company? Let's say there's an alert that comes in at 3 in the morning and you just need someone to contact, right? So at one point these were hard coded. And again, we've allowed you to customize these completely, and I'm going to cover that in a minute right now. Before I do that, I also want to show you that you can edit these values for the company just by hitting the edit button, and then that'll bring up the main contacts, and here you can define those. Now, if I go to admin settings, site options, and I go to main contacts, this is where you can customize it. So you have the ability to add, so you can add as many as you want. We have some customers that have multiple managers. You may have one that deals with the MSP side of the business. You may have another one that deals with the programming, or maybe a manager that deals with procurement. So again, you can definitely add as many of these types as you want. We have 3 different types. We have users, so these are people that are logged into the portal. So generally, like for your engineer and your manager, you want them to be users. You can do groups, so you can define groups in the portal. The last one is contacts, right? So you want to pick someone within the contacts of the portal to be listed there. So we allow you to define icons. We use Font Awesome, which has like a library of, I think, 26,000 fonts. We also allow you to define the defaults. What are these for? So we have integrations like PSAs and RMMs. A lot of them provide us this information. So generally with those integrations, instead of having you pick like which one of these to map, we'll just map it to whichever one is the default. Company access. So this will determine whether these users, only users can have company access, whether these users will have full access to the company or not. What does that mean? If you define if you define company access, if this user tries to access something within that company and there may be an ACL blocking him, it's not going to block him. This user also has the ability to edit anything within the company. They'll never be blocked by that. They can also assign permissions as well to different objects within that company as well. So again, this is kind of like making them a super user of that company. Send emails. So there are notifications that go out for those customers, and there's a whole other KBL notifications. But if these are checked, then they'll receive those notifications. They can also customize their own settings here. So if I'm defined as an engineer, I can go in here and kind of customize those settings. And again, that's a totally different video. You do have the option to edit, delete these. You can't delete any of the default ones, but you can always add a new one and then delete these if you care to restructure this in some way. We also give you the option to hide them. So for example, I can hide it for all users, company users, or users and company users. So the difference between users and all users includes admins. This is just regular users, and company users are, like, for example, you may have a login for a user or an employee at Handover Management Company. So, and just to show you that in action, if I do that, I'm hiding it now. I'm hiding engineers. If I go now here, you'll see that engineer no longer shows. So anyway, that concludes the main contacts. It's been highly redesigned, very dynamic. If you have any concerns about that, our current feature set, please do let us know, because we think this is very complete now. Thank you.